Okay, just give it 2-3 minutes. And then we just wait 2 to 3 minutes. Miloska, can you say quickly something that we can check if Jacqueline can hear you?
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Super.
Yay,
super. Excellent. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Monday evening call. I'm very, very excited because we have a line just now between Prince Albert and going all the way to Joburg. I'm sitting here in Cape Town, and I can see people from all over the place in South Africa now on the call. So very, very excited about that opportunity that we can host this webinar tonight. Some people are dialing in. Our interview partner is actually dialed in, so you can't see her picture right now, or you can see a picture on the screen, but you can't see her live. Just due to technical issues, we have preferred rather to dial her in. So tonight, very, very interesting. We talk about how to become an active supervisor. So you might have started just brand new and you have no clue what is an active supervisor. Don't worry about that. So you even might think, oh my goodness, how to achieve a minimum of 2,500 volume points. I even don't know how to achieve 5 volume points. Don't worry about that either, because the person we interviewed tonight, she started very, very basic, like you probably in the very beginning. And what we want to achieve with this call is basically, when you set it up from your very first day, like they did it, then you naturally flow along the marketing plan from member to become a senior consultant, qualified producer, supervisor, and you automatically in the active supervisor role. So everybody's every member's aim is basically to achieve active supervisor as soon as possible, and it's only possible when you build it in the right architecture. So tonight you get loads of practical tips on all levels of your business, and you will learn how to get customers, how to make these customers to happy customers, and obviously also how to build a team and how to assist your team members to become successful. And the two ladies who actually have this interview tonight together, it's very, very interesting, because the one just got interviewed last week because she has achieved her very first month for active supervisor, busy achieving her second month for the active supervisor. And the person we have now to interview, she's basically interviewing the person who has done already 3 months. And this afternoon, I had a chat quickly on the phone with her. I said, wow, are you excited now? Are you aiming to get your 4th month done? And she said to me, Bea, I can't stop it anymore. The 4th month is almost done. So nothing can happen anymore. I do it. So this means there is a business organically built, naturally built. So there's lots of stuff tonight. So if you have questions later on, we have a section when we finish that we have open up for questions and answers. So feel free to ask questions. And I hand now over to our shaker and mover in Johannesburg, who has achieved last month her first leg for active supervisor, international supervisor Miloska Pfeiffer. And on the call, we have with us brand new qualified, just got recognized at the Leadership Development Weekend, active supervisor Jacqueline Hendricks. So, woo, welcome to everybody. Yay. Let's get started. Over to you, Miloska and Jacqueline.
Hi, everybody. Happy Easter. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to allow me to do this. I'm very excited because I'm also learning still, and I think Jacqueline's got a lot of tips that I can learn from, so I'm quite amped about this interview. I just also spoke to her and found out that it was originally her and her husband that were going to be interviewed, but he unfortunately cannot make it to the interview, so she's going to be taking the reins on this one. She qualified in March as an active supervisor, which means that she's done a minimum of 2,500 volume points 3 months in a row. Okay, so I also know that's not something that you just do on your own wallet. You can't just buy all that stock on your own because you'll break the bank. So, yeah, she's going to teach us tonight how to basically structure your organization so that it actually, like she says, it's a snowball effect. You can't stop it. You actually just have automatic growth without really trying as hard because you've built it properly. So, yeah, Karine, I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I just would like you to introduce yourself to everybody in your own unique way as well. And then we can get started on the questions.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Yakarine Hendricks and I'm from Prince Albert. So I started on a 3-day trial on the 28th of December 2015. And I told myself if I would be able to survive these 3 days over Christmas, I would be able to make it through this journey. So in January 2016, I went on the fruit products, which was the shake, the aloe, and the tea. So the first 100 rand that I used to buy my classmate, me and my husband actually we had a fight over that because he told me, how can I now waste money for a new diet over Christmas? But when I went in for my my second weigh-in on the 3rd day, he said that he also wants to get on the scale. So when he got on the scale, the only thing is what he told me is that we must get this product. So from January we bought the product and we're still using the product.
Awesome. So, tell me a bit more about your background. What are you currently doing? Are you doing the business part-time or full-time?
Mariska, at this moment, I'm doing it like a totally part-time because I'm working for correctional services for the past 12 years now, and my husband for the past 21 years. So we're working crazy shifts, and so I have to do it part-time. So I have to fit everything into my household and also into my work schedule.
Sure, that sounds crazy. Okay, so yeah, that's amazing. So tell me a bit more about your results when you did get onto the products. How has it changed your life or affected your life at the moment?
Okay, Mariska. As we all know that Herbalife changes your whole life. So firstly, it changed my whole outlook in life. I became a better person. It changed my marriage. It changed my family actually. And apart from the weight that I've lost. I've lost for about 15 kilos and about 4 dress sizes to date. My husband has lost 20 kilos and then he also lost about 4 pant sizes. So it totally changed my whole life, that's all that I can say.
Sure, that's incredible. And then tell me, why did you decide to join Herbalife as a member, not just a customer?
Mariska, actually I didn't plan on joining Herbalife at all. I just wanted to become I just wanted to be a customer. But then my coach Nicolene, she gave me a call. And she asked me if I don't want to assist people and then also feel as great as I'm feeling and also to get these results at the back of my mind. The only thing that I thought is that I want this discount and I don't want to help people or anything like that. But it didn't happen as I've planned it. Once people saw my results and they started asking me, Herbalife started working the business for me. So it's not that I wanted to do the business. The business came to me when people saw my results.
Okay, awesome. So tell me then, at what point did you start seeing this opportunity as more than just extra income or like a little thing on the side for just like a hobby or whatever? At what point did you decide you wanted to take it more seriously and why?
Okay. In 2015, we were going through some severe financial problems, and my prayer was just, I want something inside of me that I can use to better my circumstances and my financial crisis also. So at the extravaganza, I got the bigger picture, and then I saw that if I want to make income or I want to make a living. This is what I need to do. So then from the extravaganza, I told myself, I need to start doing this serious if I want to better my circumstances.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Extravaganza for me also completely changed my perspective about my future and this company. So I absolutely agree with that. It's like it's a game changer. Okay. How did you find your first customers? And when you decided, okay, this is what you want to do, you have the vision, you have the dream. What was your action plan? What did you actually put into motion so that you could start building a business?
Okay. So at first, Melodka, I didn't have a clue how to do this business. I didn't have a clue how anything. So then my coach Nicolene, she came up to Prince Albert to have our first shake party there. So the shake party was actually a disaster, if I can call it a disaster. I didn't have a big success rate because out of the people there was about 4 people that came. Then I had one trial that went out. The one lady, she upgraded. And then a few weeks into using the product, she fell off the wagon. So, but I didn't let that stop me. That was actually the drive. So I told myself, I have to push forward. So then I started to approach people, aside from the people that asked me, what are we using? I started approaching other people and telling them about Herbalife and what the product is to us. And I said, if you want to feel as well as I'm feeling, or you want to lose weight, whatever the case may be, you have to start using these products.
Awesome. Yeah, it's very important not to let the negative situations get to you. Hey, I know also have to practice that all the time. So tell me, did you qualify for any promotions? And if you did, how did you do that?
Okay, Miloska, last year, firstly, I qualified for at the time when I joined the business, the promotion for the Tanita scanner was out. So I qualified for the Tanita scanner, and then afterwards, the promotion of the NutriBullet came out. So I also qualified for the NutriBullet. So all of the promotions up to date, I qualified for them. And I pushed myself also to do every qualification.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. So tell me, how many customers do you have at the moment?
Okay, at the moment I've got about 9 customers that's on full product, and then there's here and there a few who's only buying a shake day and a tea day. But I've got 9 customers at the moment on full product.
Okay, cool. And then since you're doing it part-time and you've got 9 babies that you need to look after, how much time do you invest in the business every day or every week? How do you basically structure time management? Because, I mean, I know when you're doing it part-time especially, that time management is huge. So help. How do we do it?
Okay, Melo. So what I'm doing at the moment is the customers, I run the 6-day and I run maybe a 3-day trial also. So then I've got them in a group, so it's easier for me to do their weigh-ins and their follow-ups. So the other people that pick the products now for a time, I try to put them in every second week. So then we make an appointment for every second week, maybe over lunch. Luckily, my lunch hour is an hour and a half, so that I can fit them into my lunch hour. Or in the evenings, I just go there maybe for half an hour and I do their weigh-ins. But it's easier for me for the people that on the 6-day challenges, because the first weigh-in they are together, and then for the second weigh-in they're also together. So then those groups, I try to keep them together because my time is very limited. So then the people, I keep them in a group, and then all the other loose ones, I try to put them in every second week.
Okay. Wow. That's very clever. And then you mentioned follow-up there. So can you give us some pointers on how you follow up on clients? Because I know that's very important. How do you go about?
Okay, so what I do is like people who are starting on the 3-day trial or on the 6 days, maybe they start today, tomorrow, or this morning, I would either give them a call or would send them an SMS or just something to ask them how are they feeling, how was their first shake. And then on the groups, I try to follow up on them regularly because of when I started my journey, my coach gave me that SMS or that WhatsApp that morning. It was that WhatsApp that made me 1 year plus in the business.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. That's cool. Okay, so since you're doing the 6-day trial, I assume you're doing shake parties with people. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so then how do you go about approaching your shake parties? How do you organize them? Can you give us some pointers on how you do those? Because I know they can be a bit intimidating for some people.
Okay, the shake parties, because I've got very limited time. So maybe if somebody approaches me and asks me that they want to start with the product, I tell them that everything starts with the crowd base. So then I ask them, who do you know that could start with you on this journey? At least get me 5 to 7 people that can start with you. So then that person gets those people together. I go there and I do a little shake party and I do a wellness evaluation at the same time. So then those people, they start together on the product or on the big time. After they finish and they are great, then I ask this person who organized these people, don't you want to become a member and look after these people? Because I don't have time to look after too many customers. So for me to manage a small number of customers is much, much easier. So then that person organized the shake party and afterwards that person becomes the member for those people that I went to.
That is brilliant. That's a very, very good method to actually structure organization, and I think you already give people hope by doing that because they see they've already got a few of like customers that they can look after. So that's very, very clever. So you now mentioned members. Do you mind if I ask how many members do you have in your organization?
Miloska, at the moment I've got about 6 members in my group or in my team.
Okay, awesome. And how do you manage them, or how do you go about helping them to build their businesses?
Miloska, I try to stay in touch with all my members. Mostly I check up maybe once or twice a week with them, and then we've got a little bit of a group chat also. Then if there's any questions that they want to ask or any uncertainties, they can ask it on the group, and maybe there's somebody else or another member in another place who's sitting with the same problem, then I can address that problem or assist them, all of them at the same time.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So I was asked to ask you about your most recent member. How did you get that person to get into the business?
Okay, so the first, my very active member is Anthea. So Anthea is a friend of mine. They saw us about a year ago. So in December last year, we went to Beaufort West. She's actually from Beaufort West. They're about an hour's drive from Prince Albert. So then they haven't seen us in a long time. So then they saw us and they asked us, what are we using? So I told them, what are we using? So they were at that stage, they were with a sister and her husband. So then the 4 of them asked us, what are we using? I told them, it's Herbalife. So then they said they wanted to start in January. By January, when we went there for the shake party, there were about 11 people that attended the shake party, and all of them took TrialSteak. So then those people upgraded in January, and then I told her, listen here, lady, these people are now your people. You have to look after them. So then she saw the business side. I introduced her to the business side. So she started up as a mentor, and she's working with those people in Beaufort West.
Sure, that's amazing. So I see she just did 500 volume PPV for 3 months in a row. So she qualified for the promotions now as well.
Yes, she did qualify for it.
Okay, wow. And do you know how many customers or members that she has, and how do you support her in her journey now?
Okay. At the moment, she's got about 10 customers that's on full product, and then there's also a few making a shake here and a tea there. And then at the moment, she doesn't have any members either, but we are busy with her. That's why she's also going to dial in on Wednesday on the online HOM, so that customers and also other people in other places using or buying the products from her, they can see the business side. So that from there, we wish that there's going to come a member underneath her.
Awesome. So something that Bea taught me recently was to do goal setting with all of my members. So have you done that with her? Do you know any of her goals?
Yes, she told me that by July this year, she wants to go with us to the LDW. So that means that she wants to become a supervisor before July this year.
Awesome. That's a good goal to have because LDW is the best. Okay. So how far away are you actually from the meetings, the BBSs and all that kind of stuff? And how often do you actually go to these BBSs or meetings or whichever? Because I know you guys stay quite far away from everything, hey?
Yes, we're far away. We're in the Karoo, Malushka. We are about 2 hours and 15 minutes away from the nearest BBS, which is in George. So we go there once a month. So we take up that journey from Prince Albert to George. So we try to go there at least every month, looking every BBS and every online course that we can possibly attend to. We try to attend to it.
Sure. That's amazing. So it sounds like you've got a lot of obstacles and you've got a lot of reasons that you could choose to look at and decide, yeah, maybe it's difficult for me, or, you know, you can get a bit hopeless about it or delay things because you feel like, yeah, but you so far and you so, you know, you've got lots of reasons to find excuses. So what do you do to stay committed, stay motivated? Because you're growing a real business, even though you've got a lot of challenges, so to speak. So how do you go about actually overcoming those things for yourself?
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to focus on the problem. I'm trying to find solutions for those problems. So my focus is not the problem. My focus is finding solutions for those problems. Because I could have just told myself, I'm sitting in Prince Albert. It's a small little place. Nobody even knows where Prince Albert is situated. But I'm trying to build a business there, and up to date, I've been successful in building this business, and that's why now I'm expanding now to other places, because it feels a bit there are exhausted Prince Albert now. So now I'm expanding now to other places in Laingsburg, Marylebone, Beaufort West, Newham Castle, all those small places that around Prince Albert. I'm expanding now to those places.
That's amazing. I'm really inspired by your drive, because I get very lazy sometimes if I think about all the issues that I have to overcome. So I know it takes mental effort sometimes to be like, no, I'm gonna go for it. I'm not gonna find reasons not to. So that's very inspiring. Okay, so money. Okay, I want to ask you, if you don't mind, how much did you earn last month doing this business part-time with your hectic schedule and all of your difficulties? How much did you make last month with Herbalife?
Okay, so last month, my little profit, what I've made, the profit on the products that I sell directly, was about 5,500. And then when I paid into my account the amount that I made from what my talent members did was about 1,500. So I made about 7,000 totally part-time.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's someone's salary.
It's my salary.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. One of these days you're going to make double and then triple, you know, because that's the thing with Herbalife. If you keep at it and you keep developing members the way you are and you keep doing the way you're doing it, it should just keep growing. So That's very exciting. And for part-time, that's amazing. So tell me, what are some of your goals for this year, for the month, for the end of July, and for the year in general? What are some things that you'd like to achieve?
Okay, so for the month, I plan on becoming world team this month. So it's not a question. I have to become a world team member this month. Before July, at least, yes, I want to be world team, and then for the end of the year, I want to be active world team.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So for those of you who don't know, active world team means that you do, just help me be at 2,500 volume points, a minimum, for 4 months in a row. And then you need a downline member that's doing how much?
Okay, I help out quickly. Active World Team is a level which basically decides that you go into a leadership role and you have achieved a minimum of 2,500 volume points 4 consecutive months. You have 2 consecutive months, 5,000 total volume points, and you have 1 month of 500 royalties, which is basically the supervisors in your downline achieve a total of 10,000 volume points. The way Jacqueline builds it at the moment right now, she's very much on the way to achieve that by the end of the year. So that's the interesting part. When you build it from the very first day the right way, you naturally flow. If you just be consistent, you naturally flow into these qualifications. Like she said early on, every qualification is basically on her list. This is the combination of doing it the right way, not just doing something somehow. She is focused and knows exactly where she wants to go. This is why she plans all the activities and all the things she's doing, exactly being focused on this goal. Now, what is around that active rule team is those who achieve this year active rule team and achieve a certain amount of volume points on a supervisor level, they basically can go next year with us on holiday. This is the Miami holiday, Zanzibar holiday, or Tenerife holiday. So I think this is why a lot of us are focused on achieving active world team this year, because this builds already in the right way for free vacations for the future. So back to you, Miloska and Jacqueline.
Yeah, thank you, Bia. Okay, and then last but not least, what kind of advice, tips, anything could you give to us, especially the new members in the business, as they start building their business? What kind of pointers can you give to people on how to structure it, how to develop other members into active members? Because me, for example, I've got a couple of people in my downline that are not very active, and you want people in your business that actually has the same kind of passion and drive and you know, wants to grow the business like you do. So how would you how would you go about helping us to achieve that the way you're doing it now?
Okay, so first of all, what I would like to tell them is not to give up. What I've realized with my business was last year, we went to the extravaganza. So when I went to the extravaganza, I was on supervisor's level. So I had no idea how I became a supervisor and how the way forward is going to work now. So when I came back from the extravaganza, I discovered that the architecture of my business was totally wrong, because it was only me in the business. I didn't have any downline members doing anything underneath me. So then I had to come back and I had to come and build my business from scratch. Sometimes we become supervisors and then you don't know how you came there, you don't know how you're going to go forward from there. So it's never too late to start over, to start building and start focusing. So in 2017, I started rebuilding my business actually. My members that I got, I tried to work hand in hand with those members, and I tried to teach them not to make the same mistakes that I've made. So I tried to keep the hand and walk the path with them. so they don't fall in the same mistakes that I've made in my business.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's awesome. And I love how you said that it's never too late to restructure or to restart. And you know, I've had some great people giving me advice in this business, and a lot of times when I'm like at the point where I feel like everything's falling apart, and they're like, it's learning, it's education, so you can teach your downline this stuff. So everything is beneficial for your growth, right? So that's awesome. Okay, anything else you'd like to add to that, or do you feel that's covered it for you?
No, but what I also wanted to tell them is, like I've said now earlier, not to focus on the problems. Because all of us, we've got problems in our business, but we have to find solutions for those problems. Well, that's how are we going to learn. So we have to make mistakes, we have to learn, and that is how we are growing. And what I also wanted to tell them is to find a method that works for their business. Because for me, maybe take parties is working. For somebody else, weight loss challenges is working. For other people, fit camps are maybe something that's working for them. But to find their unique method that's going to work for them. So maybe if you tried a shake part, or you tried a fit camp, or you tried something else, then maybe it's time that you must start approaching other people. But you have to find the method that's going to work for you and your business.
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I don't know, Yobi, I don't know if you want to open for questions, but I think I'm done with my questions for her.
This was absolutely fantastic. First of all, Miloska, brilliant prepared and brilliant proceeded. Very, very well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I learned actually a lot tonight, so thank you very much to two of you. And Jacqueline, your answer's spot on, and I'm very, very excited. And good luck for your World Team month, for your 4th month now. Miloska, good luck for your 2nd month, so that we soon hear more and more and more. But obviously we want to open up for questions as we always do it. So the last couple of minutes before we close the call are open now to everybody who is here on the call. So you can unmute yourself and can ask questions to Jacqueline or to Miloska. Any questions? Who has a question or any comment for Miloska, for Jacqueline? No questions? Sounds like everybody got a lot of value out of it when there are no questions, and a lot to digest. I hope everybody took good notes. I give a lot of chance to ask questions. 3, 2, 1. No.
I have no questions. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Jenna.
Miloska, as always, super awesome, no doubt. I still can't wait to spend time with you. And obviously, Jacqueline, you are the best. You rock. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Roxana.
Thank you, Shana.
And this brings me to the last minute, actually, to announce already what's happening this week. On Wednesday, you heard it maybe already on the call, we have our 2nd Herbalife online meeting. So Herbalife Opportunity Meeting, we usually have on a Tuesday and sometimes on a Thursday in certain regions, and also on a Saturday in certain regions. We have it live. Live is always better, but sometimes you have people who can't go to a meeting, who don't have a meeting close by, like, for example, Jacqueline, or you might have clients from far away. So Wednesday evening, 8 o'clock, write it in your diary. You don't just be on that online meeting. My suggestion is, if you have clients, if you have friends who are looking for an opportunity, invite them to be with you at your house, looking into the computer or onto your phone and just seeing what Herbalife has to offer. For our clients, it's a possibility to find more about our benefits when they become a member. And obviously for people who are looking for an income opportunity, they will learn about the income opportunity. And guess what? Jacqueline will be actually one of the people who guide us through that call on Wednesday evening. So look forward to that evening. And just, you heard now, Jacqueline already brand new member, a person who was last week on our very first Herbalife Opportunity meeting, became now a member. So this is how quick it can go if you just use the opportunity. And then you just heard Rukhsana here on the call. Rukhsana is also same month brand new qualified active supervisor like Jacqueline and Claude. And guess what? We will have her as an interview partner next Monday to learn how she's doing the business. Also super part-time. So it will be also more information for you if you are very limited in time and you have very little time, but you want to make this business a success. So there's another opportunity to learn more. This call tonight was recorded. So for all of you, you can see it again. You can inform all your team members to have a look into that call. And obviously you write already in your diaries, Wednesday and Monday, we see each other again, at least online here. So I say big thank you for all of you who were on the call tonight. Big thank you, Miloska. You can celebrate now. You did it. Miloska was nervous. I couldn't feel anything of that at all, but it was her very first interview she was guiding. And Jacqueline, to you also big thank you for all the information sharing with us. Thanks for your time on a Monday evening, on Easter Sunday evening, Monday evening. So thank you so much for that. And I wish you the most awesome week, the most awesome evening. And for those who are on the focus group, we meet us just now. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.